so, let's see, Catherine, Andrew, Roman, Dan, Sandy, Jody, Kevin,
Jake.
thank you. So Jake, is your name Vogel or Vogl?
Well, technically neither, but I don't know.
Technically neither?
No,
What is it really?
I don't.
He doesn't choose to share that.
Oh, so I'll just put formerly known as.
All
Just
right.
put and Jake.
We ready to open this? At
Yeah,
six-
yeah, yeah,
6:12?
sorry for being late. I'm just gonna put 6:15 since it's just about there.
All right. You all ready, Karen?
Yep.
All right. Let's start with the approval of last meeting's minutes from November. Did anyone?
I thought didn't I give you a copy?
Yeah, I didn't see one.
Sure,
I'll read that.
I gave one to, did I give one to Sandy? Huh. Sandy, did I give you a copy of last month's minutes by mistake?
I don't have any minutes here, just agenda.
Huh, I gave one to Gary and I did another one up.
You?
Sorry, Karen, I don't know.
Oh, no, I don't, thank you. I've already read them.
I've read them online, I know.
Thank you. Are we good?
Any comments, edits?
It looks good.
Okay. Great.
Second and all that stuff, all approved, yeah.
That's what I heard. All right.
I'm also gonna make a note that, December meeting was canceled in this
Yeah.
month's minutes.
Okay. Great. So the next item, and we'll share this. Next
Yeah.
item is just scheduling those public meetings about the library project in preparation or in advance of deliberative session, or maybe even one after deliberative session. Is that
Yeah, our original plan, the original plan was to do two,
One before and one after, right?
right, one before deliberative and one before voting.
Yeah.
And, so, we're trying to nail down a specific time that all the professionals can make it. So you got the architect, the civil engineer, the, general contractor who's signing on, and the energy consultant. So we're trying to get all those people to pick a time, but we're gonna have to push that, we'll have a meeting on Saturday and we'll be pushing that, I'm sure, because we need to have a meeting time for the trustees to
Right.
get it on get it posted and stuff like that.
The idea is that it would be
What
at the
date's
town
the
hall.
deliberative session?
February 10th, I believe.
Alright, that's not too bad.
No, but, you know,
But yeah, right, but it's to get everybody
and
coordinated.
you know, February 3rd, the week before, is actually the school deliberative session, so we thought about either doing it that late afternoon instead of, you know, cause I think that one's at 10 AM if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
Usually it's in the morning.
Like 9 AM.
9,
Yep.
so I'm sure that'll be over probably by noon or 1 or something usually, right?
Oh, it's last year was done in 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, exactly, so,
And there's
think if
nothing
we
hot.
yeah, if we did something about 2 o'clock, I bet you we'd be safe on that day too.
Okay.
But that's what we're looking at. As far as I can see right now, we're looking at the first one, probably being the 3rd. the architect already has started, you've probably seen him,
I saw an email from
with
on the
the,
Fogel list.
with the plans?
Yep.
Yeah, and we made some comments and suggestions on different aspects of it, and she's taken those and comments, and now we're gonna
Okay.
work that in, so, but there will be a meeting with her on Tuesday.
Okay, so is the idea that after those meetings or before even that meeting, we'll have, like last year, some sort of display here at the library?
I don't really know, what do you, I mean.
We should.
We should have something here, I mean, we got the grant, and we got the, we've got other stuff we've worked on here. But yeah, we should certainly have some stuff here.
Okay, so we'll just stay tuned for that, and we'll make sure that Sarah knows so we can publicly post it.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
right now, I'm not sure if we're gonna shoot for one or two, but there'll definitely be one before deliberative, because we don't wanna walk into deliberative and
Yep.
have an open season.
Okay. Great. And then the last thing on the immediate business is the recent right to know request from Diane Burrington.
Yeah, so I looked at that, and she wants us to forward the following materials as outlined. The grant application, the secured grant, Friends of Grafton Library Funds and Pledges. Please forward complete details of the grant's awards, which I'm not really sure what that actually means, because we're not awarded the grant yet. And the Friends of Grafton Library Funds, and a list of names and address of pledges, so, my feeling is if we don't own that stuff, the library trustees don't own that stuff,
Yeah, it's not public.
that's.
Or it's not necessarily that not public, but it's
It's
not our
Yeah, it's Fogel's thing.
information. Yeah.
It's Fogel's board to decide what they do with that. They've made the grant public application. And I totally disagree with putting the names and addresses of all the pledges out there.
That's I feel like that's not public
That's
information.
not public information for people. But if they wanted to, they could put down just amounts. But I don't think that it's necessary anyway, so. And it says at the bottom, if any of the above information is not available, please forward all correspondence that involves the building of the library at 7 Library Road. So I'm not sure what she means, from the beginning? Does she want Chester's letter?
I mean, I guess
Minutes? So what I was
guess we could
thinking
provide,
about
yeah.
doing, what I was thinking about doing is taking last year's minutes that I did and taking whatever we talked about in the building and putting them all, just that section. Or just giving her a copy of all the minutes, I mean, who really cares, they're public anyways.
Can't we just say come to the open meeting and all the information will be there?
No, because this is an official request, we have to respond to it.
What is, in what capacity is she making a request?
I think just as a citizen, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the Freedom of Information Act.
Well, as a citizen, she can come to a meeting.
Well, I get
no,
that,
I mean,
but
we provide the documents.
Yeah, but
we will
she's-
say, I mean, we're not providing. It's like an 800 page. Or how many pages is it?
yeah, it's 195.
195 pages. 800 pages.
It
It's
seemed
no,
like.
it's a Stephen King book.
Yeah.
So I thought, and I could give her a call and ask her what she specifically would like from the trustees.
Sure.
I can give her the minutes that I've done.
Well, and I can provide the minutes that I did in the years in the past.
Yeah,
But it'd be nice to
they're
have
all
some.
available at the town offices.
Right. And I assume it's 2 library. Isn't 2 library
It's
roads
supposed to
actually?
be 2
Okay.
Library Road. 7 Library Road is the town
It's
office.
the town offices. Yeah. Okay.
So I think that, giving her the minutes, I don't know,
January 24th is a tight timeline. I mean, we can try, but I'm not around this weekend, so. I mean, I can get the minutes together. That's easy enough.
But wait, oh, she wants it by January 24th.
Yeah, which just might not happen. I mean, we'll get it to her as soon as possible.
Yeah, I don't think don't you have so many days to respond to a 91A? Like, must have at least 30 days.
Yeah, I should look at the RSA again.
Anyway,
Yeah, if you do want to get some parameters so that we can.
yeah, I'll
Help her.
call her and, I'll say, look, all the minutes, any other correspondence would have been from,
Well, actually, what's on the town website has them going back to when?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, I'm not going to go through and highlight sections. That's not.
No. But I'm just wondering how far do they go back in minutes? Because all that would be there.
All donations project.
Well, that stuff is Fogel related, so it's
Yeah,
if it were coming,
yeah,
if it came to
Fogel.
us, then we could share it. But we don't even know, or I don't even know.
But I don't think it's, to me, people who donated money and has their name and their address and how much they donated, I personally don't think that should be made public.
I just don't think it's a good idea for us to put up any obstacle, because they're going to use any obstacle to say we can't possibly.
Right, yeah, I know. I hear you there. I do. I hear you there.
And you know, it's a fine line.
It is a fine line.
Right. I mean, I think our job is to respond as we're required, and that's as much as we can provide, or as much as we have control over. But
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff I have personally, that's not part of my job here.
all and let's see, all correspondence that involves the library building. So, I mean, we can go through our emails and look for the library, whatever the library trustee email is, but we don't communicate over email, so but I'll check.
I just have a question. I mean, as a trustee, the fiduciaries, and as fiduciaries, the level at which you reassure the public interest as to the ABC. I mean, we are up against a situation in which people are looking for resources.
Yeah, I mean, but also, people are going to be curious. But I think part of this is it becomes public once Fogel, based on our agreement, delivers the donations for us to accept after the town meeting. So we just don't have. At that point, it becomes public and it becomes part of the.
Well, I'm not so sure. I mean, I'm not so sure how that's gonna work. As far as, the financial, route.
Right, it won't have the names and addresses of all those donors, but it would have the names of the grants and the.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I would assume, the CDFA, well, it is already public, but CDFA is a public institution. It would be 91A.
And it has the amount of pledges would be.
Right.
Not the people who made those pledges, except for the larger, probably the Burn Foundation or something,
Actually, Gary, do you know, is there a timeline for responding to right to know requests?
I thought it was 10 days, but I could be wrong.
Like 10 business days? Or? Yeah.
Huh.
I believe you need to respond, and then you have a 30-day period to give a final.
So just say we've received your
Yeah, you need to give a response
Okay.
within a few maybe 10 days.
I'm gonna look
Something
that
like
up
that.
anyways.
I forget.
Okay, thanks guys.
5 business days. Records must be available during business hours at the premise of the public body. If not immediately available, respond within 5 business days, provide the record, deny it in writing with reasons, or acknowledge it in writing with a note of the time needed to respond. RSA 91A4.
Okay. So do you wanna reach out to her? Okay.
I'll reach out to her, but I'll
And just say that
I'm
we're working on it.
also, I'm gonna write a letter.
Okay.
Right,
I
You
wanna
wanna
do
that?
something.
Better write a
Okay.
letter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think that's what it says, to write a letter.
What is the date of request?
January 5th. Well, yeah, January 15th.
3 days ago. So I'll do that tomorrow morning.
Okay.
That needs to be done.
Yep. Thanks.
I'm just gonna write a letter and, basically give her an outline, but I'm also gonna call her to see what, I can look down in the file cabinet, I guess. How far back are we going here? All correspondence that involves the building of the library, we got a 3-ring binder of stuff we've done.
Yeah.
And I will make that available as well. Tell her that's available too. It's not something I can copy it up, I guess, if she really wants it, but I'd rather have her come down and look at it.
Well, maybe a telephone call is probably a good
Yeah.
thing
Yeah, figure out the parameter.
work out the detail.
Yeah, because
In addition
like I
to
said,
your-
we've got a 3-ring binder of everything we did from the get-go back in 2000, whatever it was.
Well, she shouldn't be
14 or
interested in
something.
the plans that we have
I don't know, it
It
says
says
all
anything
correspondence.
related to.
like,
Anything
does she
related.
want, like, when we wanted to move this building and everything?
That's
It's
what I'm
not-
wondering.
it's
That's
not-
what I'm
It's
wondering.
not relevant.
Sandy?
If she's asking for copies, which she has every right to ask for copies, does the library trustees have a policy on what you charge someone for 1,000 pages of copies or something?
Yeah.
Where does it get copied? Certainly not this little thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's something to weigh into when you respond.
We don't have a policy as far as I
My
know.
feeling is that I would probably go over and try to ask Sarah to copy it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and there is an RSA that we were actually confronted with in the town of Orange, that you are not allowed to charge more for copies than what it actually costs to produce those copies. And so our secretary in Orange literally had to say, well, how long does it take me to make one copy, my $20 an hour that I get, and what's the price of a page? It got a little convoluted.
Yeah.
But there is an RSA that says what you can charge for copies, and I believe it's only what it costs to make it.
Including the person's time.
Well, I would check that out further.
Okay.
I remember also working in the state that you have the right, this is probably not relevant here, but you have the right to know, but not the right to rummage. So there's a threshold
Right,
where
right,
after
right,
so many
right,
requests, you can say, we've tried our best.
Yeah.
But we'll see what she wants.
Okay.
All right, director's report, Sandy.
Karen, which checking account is the director's for media purchases?
9092.
Okay, so we only have a.
Ending in.
Yeah, okay. So, I did order a few books, a few were requested, and, is some money going in that from this year's budget at some point?
Oh, may I see?
We have probably under
I have a copy
$100. Yeah,
somewhere,
oh,
but-
it's okay.
Thanks.
So I'm assuming since I've made a purchase of probably $24, I'm sure there's only $75 in the account. I don't have access to I could have brought it to the bank and asked for a,
Should we move some from,
I've received some recommendations for purchasing books for this year, a few of them.
I have a check for $44 and some cents, which I tried to get into last year's records, but I gave it to Sarah a couple of weeks before the end of the year for the town to pay, and it didn't come through in time, but do we all have to agree that I can deposit that check, or can I just deposit it because it's just the town repaying us for media? Or do we have to discuss everything? And also, can I put it in the trustees and then move it to the directors? Because one time I put it directly in the directors and it was I confused myself, you know, an amount directly into the directors, and then I was tearing my hair out trying to
Put
figure
it,
out.
put it in the directives, but, so, you're looking for, the funds to be put into the,
Into the director's
Into the
account
director's
for
account.
media and supplies. I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing, big on the hot plate right now, but a few things people have asked for.
so do we, how much do we have in the, trustees account?
Nine, 945.
Oh, that's all we have then?
Mm-hmm.
Because what's, the, 1,200 for media this year, correct? And how much was supplies?
I don't have that on me.
250 sounds right.
I think it
It was
was
250 or 350, I don't have
What's
the,
it? 250.
wait a minute, maybe I do have it.
Yeah, I don't think we increased it.
I do have it. Supplies was 300.
Oh, it did go up? Okay.
Yeah, 300 for supplies and 1,200, so,
What's
I mean,
in
we don't
there-
wanna drain out, go ahead, Sid.
Yeah, what's in there for salaries then?
No, what's in there for salaries? Let me get back to where I was, oh.
Well, you can give it to me at any time, I don't need to know it now, I just want
1350,
500 or 13,050?
13,500, I forgot the zero.
Okay, thanks. And
Actually,
of
now
course,
that
those
we're
are
at
not
the-
set in
yes.
stone until after people vote the budget naturally, you know, for
Yeah,
amendments
Well,
and
actually, our
such.
budget's higher this year than I think, last year than it will be this year, correct?
Yes, because
No, but a budget's not a budget until the townspeople say it's a budget, so.
Well, I
those
know
are-
that, but even if they went to the default budget. But anyway,
No, I mean amendments. Okay,
Oh,
anyway, so yeah, a couple questions I did have. When I worked for Caitlin, I believe, and Mondays were open, people got holiday pay on Mondays. And I think it kind of, you took turns getting it. But now that we're not open on Mondays, I kind of said, well, we're not getting holiday pay, of course. However, if a holiday a legal holiday falls on someone's hours, like it did with Robin for Veterans Day, and banks were closed, post offices were closed, all of the libraries were closed, so we closed, I would assume that is considered a holiday
absolutely,
with holiday pay.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if it's a legal holiday, but Thanksgiving Eve, I said Donna did not have to work Thanksgiving Eve. I mean Thanksgiving Day, yeah, we stayed open 3 hours, but
Right.
the Thanksgiving Eve, so is that a protocol that you guys are comfortable with?
we were open Thanksgiving Day.
the day before, Eve.
I'm sorry, yeah, Wednesday,
Oh,
I'm
oh,
sorry,
oh.
the day before, I
Oh,
apologize, yes.
I thought you meant both, and
Yeah, no,
okay.
it says that,
So,
no, it says
But for
that.
Thanksgiving Eve, which is the night before, it was, you know, you wanted to be at home with your family.
Right.
So is that as long, I mean, if we're not on Mondays, we're not getting paid, naturally.
Right,
So is that a protocol that you all,
I'm good with
are
that,
in accord with?
I'm good with that. Yeah,
Okay.
Thanksgiving Eve is fine, I think.
I did take a leave of absence, and I'm back, and I appointed Donna as the pro tem, which of course means you're in this position temporarily, you're not interim, you're just temporary. My question there is, and she did a wonderful job, an excellent job. My question there is, what period of time that someone leaves that she would be considered a pro tem? Would you say 3 weeks, 4 weeks? And,
I see what you're
and
saying.
that leads me into the next question. If she's the go-to person, if something happens to the furnace, or somebody can't make it, and she has to get over here, should she not get the same wage as the director during that time?
I thought, I thought we decided that she would, did we not?
Okay, good.
Did we
If
not?
you
Maybe, I
wanna
don't
just
know.
So if
confirm
that's
it.
the case, then we would have to submit that form to the.
Oh, I did.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know, I wrote a cover letter saying I've taken a leave of absence and Donna Homan is the director pro tem, and I would expect when that starts and when I return, that she gets that salary, since she is the go-to person for, you know, it isn't like she's substituting and then I'm coming in the next day
Yep.
to handle any issues that might come up. So are you in accord with that? Let's say 3 weeks? If I-
Yeah, I'm just gonna say at least 3 weeks, that was my
Okay.
opinion.
Do you wanna make a motion on that?
We have our,
And maybe this is already somewhere in writing.
yeah, that's what I'm wondering, but I don't remember anything like that in
Okay.
our,
Mhm.
not bylaws, but our
Policies?
policies. So we should have that,
So,
but I don't even have a Word doc of our policies.
yeah, and I don't think that, I never remember that coming up, but I wasn't, you know, on the board or as director the last 3 or 4 years.
So when you took a month off once and another time also, medical leave, what did you do with the person that filled in? And I know this gets
I
talking
have
10 years ago.
no idea.
Yeah, okay, so we can,
When Donna agreed to do it, you told her what she was gonna be paid, yes?
I did.
Which was the same as you
I took the
being
liberty without coming to the trustees, and then I thought, well, maybe I put the PTO before the tractor.
Well, okay, then I think I'll make a motion that we, if the director is going to take a leave of absence of a minimum of 3 weeks, then we'll appoint a temporary director who will receive the same pay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, not just what, do we wanna say number of shifts versus number of weeks? Or does that not matter, is that too,
Well, the way it's set up, I work 1 day a week, and Robin Feld works 1 day a week.
Yeah, the thing that would get us into trouble if for some reason all of a sudden we only had the director.
I don't see myself disappearing for any length of time.
No, I know,
At
but
least not until next
but the
Thanksgiving.
other
in the
staff
core of
members,
Myrtle Beach.
the other staff members, if they're, you know, one keels over or something, God forbid, and all of a sudden you get somebody making, the director's amount of pay for all the hours, it could be
Well, it would happen if it happened with me.
true.
that's true.
Well, yeah, but you've got 2 backups now.
And we have backups, we have Susan and Carol and,
Yeah,
you know.
okay,
Okay, well, thank you
so
for
we
that
good with
motion.
that? Are we all in favor of that 3-week
Sure.
minimum?
I am.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's it, except for one of the projects that we just started is really going through all the patrons on overdue books, on finding them 3 or 4 years overdue. Now, there's some of them, the people have obviously relocated, and there's gonna be some that we don't get, but we've just started, or I should say, I've just started. First, I send them an email saying, these are the books you have overdue, this is when they were due. And I've got a spreadsheet, that's the date that I sent them that email, and then it goes to telephoning them. And so, at some point, and I had somebody about 3 months ago take out about 7 really good books, some of them that we had just purchased. And I haven't heard from this person by email or telephone. Now, I'm hoping that this person will come in and say, sorry, you know, out of sight, out of mind. What is the procedure?
I'm very familiar with it, cause I went through it.
Yeah.
The procedure is, yes, reach them through email, just document every time you
I am on a
contact them.
spreadsheet.
Yep, I would say by email or phone, it can either be either or, actually, in my
Well,
opinion.
I'm starting out with the email, then moving to the phone call, like a week later. But anyway,
Yeah, and then you go to a written letter,
okay, written letter,
A
okay,
written
that's a
letter.
good idea.
and then the next step is a certified return receipt letter.
And what am I saying in this letter
that
They're coming down
if
with
they
them.
don't, no, if they don't respond, you're gonna,
Use what
no, you, I mean, I use Russell.
And are these documents that you've used, are they on, in that system?
I don't know because we've changed computers since then.
Right, and I've
But
never,
I'm
and I've
sure
never talked to Caitlin or Lynn about
they
this,
should be
so-
on the file cabinet,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. But, you know, that, you will have to take the necessary, you know, you don't say what, you just say, I'm gonna have to take the necessary action to
Right.
recover these books, or, and I also would include in that letter what books they have and how much it would cost to replace it, so we want either the money or the books.
Okay, so hopefully it won't come down to,
Yeah, and you
So-
could probably get with
so-
Mitchell on, you know, having him approach the people.
The bookmobile.
Did you say 7 books?
7, yeah.
Is there not a limitation on how many books you can
We don't
take?
put a limitation, we never have, because, well, we just never have, and we don't, I never was, content to, I never wanted to put that type of restrictions on people, because you could
I've
have,
never been to a library in my life where there wasn't a limitation.
well, I know,
That's
but
why
you,
we're special, Catherine.
yeah, but you might have a family.
well said.
You might have a family and they're all on the same card and you got, you know, three kids
Or
and two
seven.
I
parents.
haven't seen it as a big issue, to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't seen it as a big issue. I ran in one problem where it
Well,
went
it's only a
to-
big
where-
issue if the 7 books disappear.
Well, but that's an isolated case, most people have.
Yeah, you don't wanna
their
overcorrect
books
them.
or-
Yeah, exactly.
Lastly, just to say, I did submit my director's report to Sarah, and, there were many people to thank, but here I would just like to say thank you to, I would like to say thank you to Caitlin Cooley and Lynn Paul, because they left this library in top-notch shape for us to come in and start working, and it was just basically a turnkey operation, and Caitlin took the time to create an incredible manual where if it was replacing inkjets or putting spine labels on books, it was in her manual that she must have taken quite a bit of time to do, so I just wanna publicly say thank you to those two for, everything they did to make a smooth transition.
You got that, so that was in the report too.
Absolutely.
And we wanna say we love Donna, but we're glad.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Karen, I appreciate that.
I mean,
No, I think
you
we
finished your projects at home.
the staffing is great right now, I think.
Yes, I'm very, very happy with Robin and Donna,
Yeah.
I couldn't be happier actually,
I
so.
still haven't met Robin. I've met Donna
Robin
several
is
times,
like
but-
the quintessential librarian, I'm telling you. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if Sandy kicks the bucket, we'll be hitting her up the director.
I'm feeling fine.
All right, thanks, Sandy.
You're welcome.
Treasurer's report.
We have no financial donations that I know of. And we received, wait a minute, can't find where I wrote it. About $78 in interest.
For the whole year? Or
For the
month?
month,
That's great.
yes.
In
And-
our, in our world, that's great.
Yes,
Wow.
yes. And, the Burnham Braley CDs come due next month, and, I wrote down the CD rates. Do
Yeah,
we
they're
just-
pretty good right now, aren't they?
Yes, do we just wanna
Well, I think the
stick with
6 month
last
specials
one,
are.
or try to
The,
do
the, the
any-
last time I looked, the 6 month specials or 9 month specials were good
Oh, but yeah,
rates,
a year
but
or
a
2
year or
years,
2
I think
years,
it's like
nothing.
point something.
Yeah, it was nothing.
I wrote
yeah,
down-
don't ask me about it.
Jake, are you one of those aliens that the government's been
I
talking
wrote
They don't want you to
down,
get into.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
outer space or from
for-
Mexico?
Probably just marketing.
Yes.
That's the only thing I can
4.95 or something. I have too many papers.
I haven't heard of
We're gonna have
This
to
is your world, Catherine. Do you know off the top of your head?
Special meeting.
What?
Do you know what the CD rates are?
No, I've no idea.
I have
Well,
to-
I
have
think
too
that
many
we should
papers.
just, anyway, so next month they come
They
due?
have 7 months.
Okay, I'm
Yes,
going
but
home now,
I
if you're
am-
all done with me.
I think it's the 14th, and our meeting is.
Can I just,
what date?
After that, I don't have a calendar on me.
Yeah, well, let me,
I just don't
can
get
we
the library.
discuss something else for a minute while I look for my paper that I.
Yeah, I just wondered, did you turn in an annual, accounting to
Yes.
Sarah? Okay, good.
Yes,
I should
And-
advertise.
And thanks for doing that one for
I have
us.
Okay,
Cool.
yeah.
a quarterly report for the last quarter, but when I tried to copy it, that thing just, it's just
Freaked out.
spitting out
mummies.
blank paper.
It's
I
okay,
tried
here,
5
Mitch is
times.
buying bulletproof vests.
So I don't, and so my only copy of the quarterly report I gave
You
to
guys
Sandy Griffin for the budget committee, but I can get more for the quarterly, but I figured the annual kinda covers
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna get
quarterly.
going, folks. I got a date with my sister Wanda's husband.
Ooh.
Okay,
See you later.
recorded
See
for
you
all to
soon.
hear.
Oh, my jacket somewhere.
Oh, yeah, I think that you will need it. It's supposed to be like
Yeah,
50
it's
degrees
Well, no, I
tomorrow.
don't think with it.
3 days.
Alright, well, I'm gonna be looking for
Should I just-
my
should we look?
paper where I
Yeah, why don't you look up, see if you can find it.
have 7-month CDs, which I think is odd, but what do I know?
Yeah, they get all sorts of weird stuff out there.
But the 1 year, or at least anything longer than 1 year was a horrible rate.
If the shorter rates are good, why don't we, can't you just say we'll roll it over into
Yeah.
7 months?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Okay, so
Okay.
6 month is 4%.
Yeah,
It's not 4 point something, is
6
that,
month jumbo is
is that-
4.5%.
you need,
But-
two,
We need 250,000. I don't think our trust funds are quite there yet.
right,
7 month is 4.75%. And 11 month is 4%. So let's go 7 months.
Let's go 7
7
months, that
months.
seems the best return.
wait a minute, I wanna,
Where does that put us in the?
yeah, I'm just gonna say,
Calendar.
how much, is everything in a CD except for a checking account?
Kiza's not in a CD. Is it?
Myrtle isn't, and Myrtle, Mrs. Cooper and Paul Keysa are not, Burnham and Brayley are CDs. The Library Improvement Fund,
Is a CD?
no,
No,
is a,
savings account?
savings account.
Do you got, is this it right here?
Yeah.
Let's just keep at it.
And I can tell you which
Oh,
is-
yeah, so these two are in the CDs, business savings is what
So
is that?
Burnham, which one is the set? Almost $18,000.
That's
one?
Burnham.
Burnham,
That's Burnham.
because it's been
Yeah,
around
and this
since
is Brayley.
1938 or 9.
Okay.
And so, boy, I wonder why we don't put the rest of them as CDs.
It's yeah. I mean, we haven't tapped Kiza in a while.
Yeah, I'm
Well, we
thinking,
did last.
Just last year to fill the gross basis.
and I think we should do that again this year. I think the gross budget was a thousand still.
And the Keysa fund is not we can use it for any,
Yeah, there's no restrictions.
that,
So I take it this is Myrtle Cooper's,
no, that's directors.
oh, that's directors.
No, that's
This is a savings account.
That's Myrtle's.
That's Myrtle?
Yeah, 75 cents interest for the
Okay, but it's such a small amount.
year. And that's library improvement.
There's only 28.29 in there, huh?
And
This must be Keysa.
that's Keysa. And then we have Burnham and Brayley.
Yeah. Those are the CDs. Those are down here. These are CDs.
So should we add Kiza to the CD?
I think we should add Keysa to the CD, and the library improvement fund. I think we should take the 1,000 out of that
Might as well, yeah.
and put it into the. Okay, here we go. Put Keysa. I'm gonna make this motion.
Let's hear it.
Okay, you ready?
What's keys are in at the moment?
Kiza's at 8,560.
No,
A
what's-
regular
Savings account.
savings.
So it's, you can transfer it, it's not.
Right.
Up with anything.
So I'm gonna make a motion to transfer, and I'm gonna put the current amount that we have for our land use report, 856240, from the Keyser Fund to a 7-month CD.
Well, what about now that we're halfway into January, I don't know the amount.
Oh, you wanna wait, why don't you wait until they all turn over so they're all at once? Is that what you wanna do?
Oh, that's not what I was thinking, but that would be a good, yeah.
So, okay, so I make a motion to transfer the Keyser account, and I think that's KICS.
KICCA, like,
CA.
like Kicsa, it looks like.
Okay, and I'll put any amount accumulated since. And also, so put that in a 7-month CD, and also to withdraw $1,000 from the library improvement fund and deposit it into the director's account.
Wait a minute, I'll write that down, then I'm gonna say something. Draw 1,000 from the library improvement and put it in Keysa?
No.
Put it in directors.
Put it in directors.
Improve to directors, okay.
If that sounds good, I need a second.
Yeah,
Wait,
I have a
before
question first.
Second,
Okay.
if we had $2,000 more, we could combine, I forget which 2 accounts and get a much better rate, because then
Oh,
we
to get to the 25?
to get to the 25, but I don't think we can do that because one account is for children's, anyway, I don't think the, restrictions, we couldn't tell what was, if we combined them, we couldn't.
What do you mean
Why-
25? I thought it was 250.
There's an account with a
There's-
better rate, if you have 25,000, you get,
Yeah. So the 7-month special is with 25 initial, so that gets us up to 4.9%.
Oh, I see.
APY,
This
right?
CD requires new money to Mexico
Oh,
Bank as
new
well
money, never
as
mind.
well
That's
as
why I
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, then I
So I
know.
think
Oh,
yeah.
So what, the 7-month regular is 4.75, we're only talking
Yeah.
0.15.
It's not that
So
yeah.
I wouldn't
Oh.
even worry about that.
Yeah, now I remember, I read it has to be new money going in there, so forget, yeah.
So should I say this one more time?
Yeah, but can I ask a question first?
Sure.
So, where do we get the library improvement money from in that checking account, savings account?
Right here, where did it
Yeah.
come from?
Yeah.
Original?
Yeah.
It was called the library's savings account.
Okay.
Back in the day, and I, in my thinking of the future, said, hey, we're not spending that. Let's put it in an improvement fund for the future.
Okay.
And now, because it had 5,000 at the time, so it's been slowly, but surely, yeah, it's been weaned off. So it was just a savings account that was left us from the previous, we're talking 2000, maybe before 2000. I'm talking the year now, not money. I mean, like when Debbie Hazelton and that crew was in control. Marion Wallace.
So if we put $1,000 into the director's checking account, that's almost her fund for the year. Well, we budget for the year.
Well, we budget for the year is like, there's programs still,
That's
there's,
true. That's right.
and
Some of
there's
it goes to
supplies.
just me, yeah.
and there's 1,200, so there'll be probably 250, 350, that's 600 plus 200, there's another $800 down the road that
Okay.
will also, but she needs to know that she can only spend what we budgeted.
But this year we can have those new categories that we wanted.
If the budget passes, but we can split it the way we want anyway.
But hopefully we'll have that, annual fees and,
Yeah, we can make any categories we want for Sarah,
okay.
you know what I mean?
Because
We can make
do
any
want-
category.
I mean, on her, town reimbursement sheet, it just says restrooms, books, and don't know, it's very in,
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of, yeah, she's got, you mean this here? Heating, fuel,
oh, no, I
media.
mean this, books, miscellaneous, and wages. And it doesn't really, you know.
Oh, that's on what, oh, a request for payment?
Yeah, it should, first of all, it should
Oh.
be media, it should be supplies and miscellaneous, you know, wages.
Yeah.
Annual fees, dues, memberships, you know, that, what we talked about a couple months ago.
Right.
Different categories, yeah.
Did we get a bill from him? Is that the latest bill from?
April, no,
We must have because
I
our
think
restaurant
we
budget
did around
Yeah.
went up, so.
the end of
Well, we
last
bought,
Oh, but we
month
bought the
or
restaurant.
beginning of this month, I forget, and it went, well, I keep copies of everything, but, yeah, we did get another fat bill, I wish you would send, you know, drop them off more often or whatever he does, mail them, and not, I mean, every month or something would be nice instead of like 3 times a year.
yeah, I would think that we would get it monthly.
I guess he says he's really busy, but, so yes, I think we did just get one at the end of the year.
Yeah, because he was also, I think, gonna charge us a little bit for, so that's my thing. The one that he just gave us at the end of the year, I wonder if it's on here. Did Sarah pay it? And the reason why I wanna know that is, because that should be last year's budget, not this year's budget.
Well,
Yeah, I wanna make sure that gets
It-
included,
it
and
might
there
have-
it is.
missed the boat, I'm not.
Oh yeah, 12/29, 336, yep, okay, good. So that's been taken care of.
Oh, by the way, like in October or so, I give you a check to give to Elena for $53 and some cents.
She hasn't cashed yet?
Maybe.
That's a shocker. Yeah, do you want me to remind her, or, okay, and, yeah, well, you have her email, don't you?
Yeah, I can remind you.
Yeah, why don't you remind her?
But
Do your
I
job.
think she knows where it is.
Just call me Bill Belichick, do your
She
job.
knows where it is after 2 or 3 months, anyway.
That's between,
I'll
yeah,
remind her.
yeah, good luck on that. Okay, so I make a motion to transfer, 8562.40 plus accumulated interest, when the other of the PISA savings account to a 7-month CD. At the same time, all the other CDs are renewed,
All the
and to
other-
withdraw $1,000 from the library improvement fund into the director's account.
I second.
All in favor?
Yes, are we gonna, well, I guess just check if we take all the money out of the savings account, do we get penalized or anything, or is there,
Out of what savings account? The library improvement fund?
out of Mascoma, out of,
Oh, Kisa?
Kiza,
Yeah, I think it's a regular savings account, ain't it?
He's yeah, I think so.
okay.
It's a regular savings, it's a business savings account, whatever that means.
I just wonder if they're supposed to keep like a minimum amount in there, or, you know, I don't know what they're,
Well, I mean, I should take the whole
I feel like they change these things.
thing and put it in a CD, right?
Yes, but check to see if, there is, I don't believe there'll be a penalty, cause it's going from a savings to a CD and saying anything, but you can check.
Okay.
And if there is,
There shouldn't be a penalty for taking it out of the savings account.
it's a business savings, whatever that means. But I, you know, banks are funny. They'll find a way to make a dollar.
Exactly.
Okay,
Alright,
yeah,
treasurer's, so,
yeah.
otherwise, so we're looking at the end of the year, do you guys have a copy of the budget, end of year stuff?
Yes?
No.
So,
This-
we're looking at, so,
No, this year.
we spent 92.3% of the, calendar, 23 calendar year budget.
You're talking about the library budget?
Yep,
Oh,
So
So
we're
that-
8% under budget?
yeah, well,
Wait a
yeah,
minute,
7.7%.
category are we?
What?
7.7%.
Yeah.
Did
Oh.
anybody get one of those?
That's what we're looking at,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we're looking at.
It's through
Do you want
December
one?
23rd.
You're welcome.
Another week.
No, no,
No,
just that's the-
December
that's the-
twenty
Do you
twenty-three.
want
Right.
one,
Year.
It's the
Gary?
month, that's the month, not the day.
Gary?
Okay.
Do you want a,
2023.
Please.
Oh, 23.
It's a year.
It's a year.
Thank you.
Sorry.
You're welcome. I think-
Date.
let me make sure I gave you the right
So
one.
we underspent our
December.
budget,
Printed January 3rd. Yep.
and that's with a lot going on, you know, changeover in staff and, so,
Well, and you know, electricity rates changed. We were all worried in March because,
Yeah.
or in February, because electricity had doubled,
yep,
and then it went back down. So we knew that would happen. And then heating fuel, that's just kind of surprising that we didn't.
yeah,
We must have just got it at right, so we had a full tank maybe at January 1st, and
So all the heat and light was way
way under,
under.
which is
But the
reflected
thing
in our
is,
new
It's
budget.
impossible to know what those are going to be.
some of those
You
things,
mean
yeah.
you can't tell the future?
I'll tell you what shocked me, is the amount the town pays for, liability insurance.
Oh, I bet.